Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Anisha. So today in this class we are going to study about Panchayati Raj. Okay. See, basically this we are going to know about the administration in the village. Okay, like how Panchayati Raj works in village from root level, and this is the first level of the government. Okay. So through this chapter we are going to understand about Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, level of government, okay, level of this Gram Panchayat and how it works. And there are there is a story also given about a village. Okay, so we are going to learn about that Hardas village as well. So see what happened after people elect their representatives. In a previous chapter, if you remember, we have learned that people used to elect their representatives, isn't it? And that representative becomes the ruler of the country, and he or she governs the country, and how decisions are made, isn't it? How they are made. And so in this chapter, let us see how these took place in rural areas. Okay, how we look at Gram Sabha, which is a meeting where people directly participate and seek answers from their elective representatives. Say in village, what happens under Gram Panchayat, there used to be Gram Sabha. That Gram Sabha, it is known as a public meeting where everyone, adult, all the adult who is above the age of 18 years old used to come and used to participate, and whatever problem they have, they used to discuss over there. Okay, they have whatever issues they have related the infrastructure of the village or anything like water shortage. About this you are going to learn in this chapter, how they are going to resolve this water shortage. Okay, about road construction, all these things, how they used to discuss in this Gram Sabha. So let us start. So it's a special day today. Everyone is rushing to the Gram Sabha. Do you know why? Because the Gram Sabha is holding its first meeting after the election of the new Gram Panchayat. See, and this is this president of this Gram Sabha, okay, or Panchayat, they are all elected person, all right. And the people of Hardas village, see, about this Hardas village we are going to see, are keen to find out what their new Panchayat leader have planned for the village. So now everyone is very happy and they are rushing towards the Gram Sabha to present in that meeting, so that because they wanted to know what the new leader, what their new elected representatives have planned for their village. So in order to listen all the issues as well as the planning, see in this picture you can see all of them have all of them are here, isn't it? And this member who are sitting in the upper side, these are the members of this Gram Sabha, all right, and these are the public. And here you can see directly people are participating. See, India is a democracy, isn't it? And there is India is a democracy, but due to its a huge population in the central level, it is a representative democracy. But here in this in the village area, in the grassroots level, okay, in the root level, what happens, people directly come and participate. That means in a way this is also a direct democracy. Okay, this happens in all the villages of our country. Okay, and this also been divided into district. Again, district is again divided into block level. So we are going to understand about all those things here in this chapter. So before this, let us see about Gram Sabha. Okay, what is Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha is a meeting of all adults who live in the area covered by a panchayat. Okay, this could be only one village or a few village. In some states, as in the example above, a village meeting is held for each village. Anyone who is 18 years old or more, or who has the right to vote is a member of the Gram Sabha. So here Gram Sabha, it is a meeting of the adult, okay, which is been covered by a panchayat, and basically there are like sometime there used to be only one village, or there used to be more than one village under a Gram Sabha. Okay, it depends on the area and population of that particular area. All right, if the population is not that very much, there used to be basically one village. Okay, but if the population is large, if the population is very much, then there used to be 2 or 3 villages under a Gram Sabha. And this is held in the village under panchayat, okay, covered by the panchayat. And anyone who is 18 years old or more have the right to vote is a member of the Gram Sabha. Means the public, okay, they are all the member of the Gram Sabha, and they are free to come and join the meetings of the Gram Sabha about their village, respective villages. Okay, but you cannot go and participate into another's village Gram Sabha's meeting. Okay, you have to participate in your own village. So the Gram Sabha meeting begins with the Panchayat president, who is also called the Sarpanch. See, I hope you have heard about this word Sarpanch, isn't it? So Sarpanch is basically the president. Okay, begins with the Panchayat president. So, and the members of the Panchayat, the Panch. See, Panch means 5. Okay, there are usually 5 members, okay, in the Panchayat, and they have one president, that is known as a Sarpanch. Presenting a plan or repairing the road that connects the village to the main highway. So their first plan, which they have shown to the public, they have shown to the village, is that they are planning to repair the road, okay, which is connecting the village to the main highway. And after this, the discussion moves to the subject of water and water shortages. So now the main discussion will start. Okay, so after this reparation of this road which connects to the highway, now their discussion now shift into water and water shortage, where everyone is going to participate and they are going to present their viewpoint as well. Okay, let us see about that. Okay, before that, let us see about Panchayat, one more important thing, okay, which is given inside your box. Every village Panchayat is divided into wards. See, again you have to remember this. Okay, every village Panchayat is divided again into ward, okay, that is smaller areas. Means, see, suppose this is a village, again this village will be divided into wards, okay, into these wards, like ward number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they are going to level up in that way, so that it will be easier for them. Okay, and each ward elects a representative who is known as the ward member, that is the Panch. So inside that Panch, what happened, they are going to elect each one member from this area, from their area which has been divided into ward, and that ward will represent their particular area inside a village. That particular area will be again represented by that ward member. Okay, so in that way it will be easier for this member to know about the problem of his area, which comes under one village, okay, his area, and he is going to address the problem which they are facing in their in his or her area. So all the members of the Gram Sabha also elect a Sarpanch, who is the Panchayat president. So apart from that, as we have seen that the Gram Sabha meeting is being started by the Sarpanch, that is the president, isn't it, president of the Panchayat. So there is a Sarpanch as well, and that is elected, okay, that he or she is elected. And the ward Panch and the Sarpanch forms the Gram Panchayat. And the ward Panch, see, all the village, a village has been divided into different groups, isn't it, and from all the wards one representative will come, and all this representative, these are the ward member, isn't it. So all this representative and that one president, they form the Gram Panchayat, okay, Gram Panchayat of one village. And the Gram Panchayat is elected for a period of 5 years. This is important. Okay, so this Gram Panchayat, it is elected for a period of how many years? For a period of 5 years. I hope you have understood about these ward member and this Panchayat, how they form the Gram Panchayat. Every elected member from a ward and the Sarpanch, including the Sarpanch, makes the Gram Panchayat. Okay. And the Gram Panchayat has a secretary. See, again they have a secretary, additional member, who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. So this secretary, secretary of this Gram Panchayat is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. And this person is not an elected person. This you have to remember, okay. This person is not an elected person, but is appointed by the government, means through exam. He or she might have given some exam related to this secretary, and they have been appointed by the government based on the exams which they have passed. Okay, he or she is not an elected member. The secretary is responsible for calling the meetings of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat and keeping a record of the proceedings. So the secretary, the work of the secretary is basically to do the office work, the paperwork especially, okay, and to call up all the meetings and to inform everyone when they are going to have a meeting, to the member of Gram Panchayat as well as the member of Gram Sabha, and to keep a record of everything what they are going to do, means what are the issues they are going to handle, and what are the way through which way they are going to handle the issues, from where they are going to pay the amount, what kind of tax they are going to levy it, okay, and what kind of help they are going to ask from the central government or state government, especially not central government. Here they are going to ask from help from the central government. Okay, so all these proceedings is being done by this secretary. I hope you have heard about that Panchayat series, isn't it, where your Sachiv Bhaiya is the secretary, so he is playing that role. Okay, if you have watched that series, then it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, if do watch it, it is a very nice web series. So there and there you will understand about this Panchayat and everything properly. So here what I hope you have understood, we have understand about the Gram Panchayat, about the ward member and the Gram Sabha, and also about the secretary. Okay, so now let us see about their proceeding of that village, about their water issue which they are going to discuss. Okay, a villager called Tizia begins the meeting by saying the water problem in Hardas has become very acute. The hand pump water has gone well below the point to which ground has been drilled, and we hardly get any water in the tap. So there is a major problem, crisis, water crisis is there. Okay, and all the water have been dried up, and their water pumps, their hand pump level, all they have gone below. And now women have to go to the Suru river, which is 3 kilometers away, to get water. So it is very difficult, isn't it? 3 kilometers away you have to walk, and again you have to fetch the water, and then you have to come back, and again see, without water it is impossible to do the household chores, isn't it? So that is why they are going to discuss a very serious matter here about water. And one of the members suggested piping water. So this is suggestion from one of the member. Okay, first suggestion, one of the members suggested piping water from the Suru and making an overhead tank in the village to increase the supply. Again what happens, but the others thinks that this will be expensive. See, again they have to do according to their limit, isn't it, according to the money which they have, according to the funds which they have. So it's better, they feel, to deepen the hand pumps and clean the wells for this season. So what they have settled to, one of the members suggested that okay, we can connect this pipeline through the Suru river, and we can make one tank over here, and we can store the water, but that will be again expensive. So what they have settled into, so for this season they are going to deepen the hand pumps, means they are going to dug the hand pumps again more deep, and they are going to clean all the wells as for this season. But this is a short term this solution is only for a season only. What about the next year? Again next year they are going to have the same problem again, isn't it? So Teja says this is not enough. Okay, this is not enough. We need something more permanent. Okay, so that was only a temporary solution. So here he said we need something more permanent, as groundwater level seems to be going down everywhere. Even if we deepen the hand pump, what will happen? Again the next season the water will be dried up. So we are using more water than is seeping in the ground. So we are using more water than the groundwater is seeping into it through rain, isn't it? So we are using more and more water, and that is why we are facing this water crisis. So again another member, Anwar, okay, now another member suggested one more thing, tells everyone that he has seen ways of conserving water and recharging, refilling it in a village in Maharashtra where he had once gone to visit his brother. It was called watershed development, and he had heard that the government gave money for this work. So here Anwar suggested that when he had visited his brother in Maharashtra, one of the village in Maharashtra, he told that he have seen this recharging and refilling, like recharging and refilling the water by conserving water, and that method is known as watershed development. And for this purpose the government provides money, the government gave money, but there will be some proceeding for it, isn't it? There will be some process in order to get the money. So he informed everyone that there is such method which we can use for our village also, so that we will not face any water crisis. For this season, yes, let us deepen up the well, but let us know more about this process as well. So in his brother's village, people had planted trees, constructed check dams and tanks. Everyone thought this was an interesting idea, and the Gram Panchayat was asked to find about it in detail. So now everyone were impressed. Okay, everyone were impressed. So they thought that okay, this will be better idea and it will provide a permanent solution as well. So everyone thought that, everyone asked the Gram Panchayat, or ask the Gram Panchayat to find more about it in details, because as the money will be provided by the government to build, say, construction of check dams and construction of tank, for all this thing you will be needing money, isn't it? And planting trees, it will be done by the members of the village, but for other things they will need money. So for that process they are asked the members to, the Gram Panchayat members to find more about it in detail. So in this way they try to solve the water problem. And the next item, please wait a minute, okay. The next item on the agenda for the Gram Sabha is the finalization of the list of people people below poverty line, BPL. So now that was one issue which they have discussed about this water, isn't it? The first issue was about the construction of the road connecting the village towards the highway, and the second was about the water, which they have come to some solution. And now third agenda, what they are going to do is the finalization of the list. They are going to read some people's name, okay, through a list which will be considered under BPL, and they will provided some aids, okay, through the government. They will be given some special, like they will be given some ration card or some special concessions in the food items for basic requirement. So for that purpose they have one list, that is people who will be below the poverty line, BPL, okay, which had to be approved by the Gram Sabha. So this again, after listening to the name, again that should be approved by this Gram Sabha, this meeting which is going on. As soon as the list is read out, people begin to whisper. So there was something fishy, okay, fishy about the list, and people started whispering. Why? They started saying Natwar has just brought a color TV and his son has sent him a new motorcycle. How can he be below poverty line? So now they wondered when they heard Natwar also in the list, and they were whispering among themselves, he just bought a color TV and his son is there in the city and he have sent him a motorbike as well, motorcycle as well. How he can be included under such a list? Again, Surajmal mutters to the person. Surajmal mutters to the person sitting next to him. Saroj says to Sukhibai, how did Birju's name get on the list? Again another person, apart from Natwar, again Birju's name. He has so much land. This list should have some problem. So they feel that this list have only some poor people. They feel that okay, these some rich people list are also included there. That means these rich people, using their influence, they have included their names, okay. So see here, you can see their facial expression. They are like whispering and they are wondering, isn't it, whispering with one another, that how can it be, how Natwars and Birju can be on that list. And Om Prakash is a landless laborer who can barely make ends meet, and yet his name is not on the list. And what they feel is that Om Prakash, one of their villagers, he can barely meet the ends meet, but his name is not there in the list. So they were wondering. You know that both Natwar and Birju are friends of Amir Chand. See, again one more character is here, Amir Chand, who can counter Amir Chand's power. So Amir Chand is little powerful of their village, okay, and he was a jamindar, a rich jamindar, okay. Earlier he was a jamindar. So both Birju and Natwar, they were friends of Amir Chand. So and the Amir Chand's influence, their names might be included in that list. And they were asking, okay, who can counter him, who can counter Amir Chand's power? So Khibai says Amir Chand was the earlier jamindar, landowner of the village, and still has control over a lot of land, but we should get Om Prakash's name put it. So one of the member, so he was concerned about Om Prakash. He was saying, yes, Amir Chand is a rich landowner, but we should get Om Prakash's name also in the list. This is unfair, otherwise it will be unfair, isn't it? So the Sarpanch, that is the president, Panchayat president, noticed people whispering and asked if anyone has anything to say. So Saroj tried to provoke Surajmal to ask about Natwar and Birju, but he keeps quiet. So again he was like a little afraid, okay, like why both of their names are there despite they are not poor. So Amir Chand is sitting in the Gram Sabha keeping an eye on everyone, like he also sitting in Gram Sabha and was looking at everyone, and people were like little afraid of him because he was very rich and powerful as well. So it happens, isn't it, in village there are some people who are very rich and influential and no one wants to go against them. So that same thing happens here. Then Saroj gets up, he gathered up all his courage and he gets up, okay, and says that Om Prakash's name should be in the BPL list. So other agree with that, other agree that he and his family are very poor. Sarpan asked how his name had been missed out. So now the Sarpan is asking how come his name is missed out. So the person who did the survey regarding the BPL, he says that his family's BPL family says that Om Prakash house was locked when I went there. So they give here they are giving what to say, like they are giving an excuse, okay, like we went him but his home was locked, he may have gone somewhere to look for work. The Sarpanch give instruction that Om Prakash family income be looked at, and if it is less than what has been decided by the government, his name should be included in the list. So now the Sarpanch ordered the person who are entitled to find out the list, okay, especially by looking at their income. So he ordered them to see Om Prakash income, and if it is less than what the government have suggested, then his name should be included. So in that way, what happened now, fair decision was been taken. So in a way, now what you can see, direct democracy happens, isn't it? Now people were directly participating in the decision making process of their village, isn't it? And this is in a small level, okay. So let us see one more thing here in the box which is given. The Gram Sabha is a key factor in making the Gram Panchayat plays its role and be responsible. So the Gram Sabha, it is a key factor in making Gram Panchayat playing its role responsibly. It is the place where all plans for the works of Gram Panchayat are placed before the people. The Gram Sabha prevents Panchayat from doing wrong things like misusing money or favoring certain people. See, in this Gram Sabha, what we have witnessed, isn't it? The one of the member of the Panchayat might have gone and might have done the survey, isn't it, about the BPL. But here what happens, the Gram Sabha keeps a check and prevents the Panchayat from doing wrong things or misusing money or favoring certain people. It was favoring, isn't it, these Birju and that, what was the other name? That Natur. So both of them got their name because of their influence, isn't it, with Amir Chan, because of their friendship with Amir Chan, and Amir Chan's money have influenced their name to be included in this list. So such things are being prevented by the Gram Sabha. It plays an important role in keeping an eye on the elected representative and in making them responsible to the person who elects them. And so it plays an important role, and they keep an eye on the elected representative, okay, their ward members, isn't it, and they keep an eye, they show that they do not misuse their power, okay, they do not misuse their power and do not misuse their power for money, so that fair things happened in the village and for the development of the village. So this was one example about the Sabha, okay, about the Gram Sabha, which was held in which village? In Hardas village. So now let us see in more detail about this Gram Panchayat. So now let us see more things about this Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat meets regularly, and one of its main tasks is to implement development programs for a villages that comes under it. So this Gram Panchayat, they meet regularly, and one of their task, okay, one of their works is what? To implement the development programs for the village. See, the government used to introduce so many developmental programs for the village, isn't it, like Manrega, their works, isn't it, Manrega, and apart from that Garib Awas Yojana. So such programs, okay, the government will introduce such programs, and it is the work of the village Panchayat, Gram Panchayat, to work on it and to implement it to their villagers, okay, to their people of the village, for their village. As you have seen, the work of the Gram Panchayat has to be approved by the Gram Sabha. See, the work of this Gram Panchayat again have to be approved by whom? By this Gram Sabha, that meeting which held, isn't it, that we have just witnessed. In some states, Gram Sabha forms committee like constructions and development committees. These committees include some members of the Gram Sabha and some from the Gram Panchayat who works together to carry out specific tasks. So in some states, what happens, based on their populations and based on the area, they form committees also like constructions and development committees, and both the member of Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat are a member of these committees, and they carried out such specific tasks properly. Why they are forming such committees? So that they can work properly, okay. See, so here you can see a picture of this lady and this person. Both of these are village panch, okay, from Maharashtra, who were awarded Nirmal Gram Puruskar in 2005 for the excellence work done by them in the Panchayat. So again government recognize also, okay, government recognize and award them also if they have done some excellence in their field. So why this has been done? To encourage people to do more development in the grassroots level in the village, so that it will be developed, because it is not possible for the central government to come to every place and to govern everything. So that is why everything has been divided. So in the state also, the state government is there, again, isn't it? And again this Gram Panchayat, this will come under district, you will learn about it, okay. So in district, every district they will have again block level Jila Parishad, okay, Jila Parishad is the district. So under that Jila Parishad, under that block level, this Gram Panchayat will be there. So everyone is working. So this is working from the root level, the grassroots level. This is the level 1 of the government, you can see. Let's see what the Hardas Gram Panchayat was able to do. So now let us come back to that their meeting. Okay, now let us see what they have done in order to bring a solution to their water. Do you remember the option that were suggested to solve the water problems in the Gram Sabha of Hardas River, Hardas village? We remember, isn't it? When the Hardas Gram Panchayat held in a meeting, this point was brought up again in the next meeting, okay, by some of the members. This meeting was attended by Sarpanch, the president, ward members, Panch and the secretary. See, so these are some important figures, okay, that Panch, this ward members, this secretary and Sarpanch. Without them, the Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha could not be held, okay. With the presence of these persons only, that Gram Sabha could be held. So Gram Panchayat members first discussed the suggestion to deepen 2 hand pumps. So now they have come to solution. They have suggested that, okay, we have to first deepen for this season, isn't it? So they suggested to deepen 2 hand pumps and clean 1 well, so that the village would not go without water. The Sarpanch Panchayat president suggested, since the Panchayat had received some money for maintenance for hand pump, this could be used for completing their work. So they have received some money. So we are going to see from where they are going to receive that money also, okay. So they are going to complete that work. And the members agree and the secretary recorded their decision. See, the work of the secretary is to record every proceeding, isn't it? So the members, all of the members agreed and the secretary recorded their decision. So what happens next? The member then went to discuss on the option for a long term. Now that was a temporary solution, isn't it? Now again in the next meeting, what they are doing? They are going to discuss about the long term solution. They were sure that the Gram Sabha members would ask question at the next meeting. So Sampanch asked whether the watershed program would make a substantial difference to the water level. A lot of discussion followed. In the end, it was decided that the Gram Panchayat would approach the block development officer and get more information on the scheme. So in order to go for a long term solution, again this discussion was going on, okay. They were discussing, and at last what happened, the Gram Panchayat, they decided okay, they will approach the block development officer, because they alone cannot do anything, isn't it? Because they need money in order to make this watershed programming. So this reservoir programming, this refilling of water programs. So they decided, okay, we will approach the block development officer and will get more information. Why? Because from they have to approach them, and again from this block development will again approach to Jila, to district level, and they will get money, okay. And the state government will give money to Jila district level, and that money will be provided to the village to make what? To solve their long term water problem. So in that way, these proceedings were being taken, and here you can see an example, okay. A barren land watershed management. This is example of watershed management, okay. Has transformed this barren slope to a green meadow in just 2 years. See, here their works has been done, isn't it? This barren land transform into this greenery, into this meadow in just 2 years. So this is the difference of water. Because of water, what happens? See here, they planted trees also, isn't it? So more and more trees started growing, and this place transformed into this. So this was the plan which they were deciding to do. So that was how they have solved their problem. So now let us see 3 levels of Panchayat. See, as I have told you, there is a block level we have seen here, isn't it? So district level, so about that let us see the 3 levels of Panchayat. After reading about what happened in the Gram Sabha and the Gram Panchayat in Hardas village, you can understand the Panchayati Raj system is a process through which people participate in their own government. See, people have participated in their own government, isn't it? What we have seen until now. Because when regarding that BPL list also, when one of the person was not in the name, actually the poor person, all the villagers, they started talking about it, whispering about it, and his name was been included in the list. So what they have done, they have directly participate in the decision, they have directly participate in their own government. So in the rural areas, the Gram Panchayat is the first tier. We have to remember, first tier or level of democratic government. The Panch and the Gram Panchayat are answerable to Gram Sabha because it is the member of the Gram Sabha who elect them. So this Panch member, this ward member, and this Gram Panchayat, they are answerable to him, as we have already learned, to Gram Sabha, because they are the member of Gram Sabha who have elected them. Okay, this Gram Sabha are the one, this public, isn't it, are the one who have elected this Panchayat president and the ward member. So they are answerable to the people. They are responsible before the people. They cannot do anything out of their choice, because people will again, like just we have witnessed in that list program, BPL program, people will start questioning them. Okay, so in that way they are responsible towards the Gram Sabha who have elected them. And this idea of people participation in the Panchayati system extends to two other levels. So one is this Panchayat system, isn't it, Panchayat level, that is the first level. One is the block level. Okay, the other two is, one is the block level, which is called the Janpad Panchayat or the Panchayati Samiti, and another is Panchayat Samiti. Sorry, the Panchayat Samiti has many Gram Panchayats under it. Okay, I'll explain, listen to me very carefully. Okay, and above the Panchayat Samiti is the District Panchayat or the Jila Parishad. And the Jila Parishad is what? The Jila Parishad actually makes developmental plans. Jila means district, isn't it? I'll explain. Plans and at district level. With the help of Panchayati Samitis, it also regulates the money distribution among all the Gram Panchayats. See, suppose, okay, this is a district. Let us just suppose, okay, we have three levels. We have seen that there are three levels, and what are those? Those are, one is Gram Panchayat, another is block level, isn't it, which we also call as Janpads, isn't it, Janpads or Panchayatis, Panchayat Samiti, Janpad Panchayat or Panchayati Samiti, isn't it, and another is Jila Parishad, isn't it, Jila Parishad. So district Panchayat or the Jila Parishad. So these are the three levels. Okay, three levels, let us say. So how it works? See, this is, suppose this is a district, okay, district of a state. So in this district there will be so many villages, isn't it? So each villages will be what? They will be Gram Panchayat. Okay, and again this block level. Okay, this block level, let us understand what is this block level. So under this block level there might be 3 village, or there might be 4 to 5 village, or there might be only 2 village, based on what? Based on the population. Okay, based on the population of that area, particular area. So it has been divided in this way. This is the district level. Okay, this is the Jila Parishad, let us say Jila Parishad, and these 2 village or this 3 village which comes, this will be again this block level, and this inside, these are the Gram Panchayats. These are the Gram Panchayats. All right, I hope you have understood. So in this way we have 3 levels of rural panchayats. Okay, the rural government, that is, first is the village panchayat, that is these villages inside it. Another is the block level, again 2 to 3 villages will be under it, and the last one is the district, the Jila. And all the developmental programs, the money, whatever this is been needed in order to develop this particular blocks or this particular villages, it will be all provided by the Jila Parishad. There will be proceeding, and it will be all provided by the Jila Parishad. Okay, so with the help of Panchayat Samitis, it also regulates the money distribution among all the Gram Panchayats. So their works is to distribute the money which comes from the government fund for the development of these villages. Okay, again within the guideline given in the constitution, each states in the country has its own law based on their culture. Okay, with regards to panchayat, so this idea is to provide more and more space for the people to participate and raise their voice. So again in constitution a guideline is been given. Okay, a guideline has been given that in every village they have their own kind of laws. Okay, they have their own kind of laws so that it will be easier for the people to participate. See, India is a diverse country, isn't it, and where different types of people, different cultures of people with different thinkings, different mentality are there. So because of that they have given this guideline to make its own law based on their culture or anything which or the geographical location also, it also differs, isn't it? So based on that they can make their own law so that people will participate. Okay, So this was about the Panchayati Raj. I hope you have understood. We have understood here about the Panchayat, village Panchayat, Gram Sabha, and also about the 3 levels of Panchayat, isn't it? So this was only a foundation, okay, foundation chapter, you can say. You will learn more about this Panchayat system more in detail in your greater classes, okay, in your higher classes. So I hope you have understood this chapter and also enjoyed watching my videos. And yes, before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and share with your friends and family, okay, and also put down your thoughts on today's class. We can have discussion about it also. And if you have any doubts or anything, you can come ask in the comment section, okay. And thank you again for watching. So see you again in the next class.